All right, I'm joined with my pal Rhea, and we're gonna do some trailer reactions. I don't know. I stopped myself from watching these trailers. I don't know if Rhea did because she's very in tune with the current topics with multiverse of Keller. I'm sorry, multiverse of Keller. Um, Twitter handle, X handle that she also collaborates with. So you're very in tune with this stuff. So I don't know if you can avoid watching these trailers. But while I was waiting for you to get to the trailer reactions, I was looking on X and someone retweeted this and said, wow, this scene hits really different. And I got to say to you guys and the viewers, I'm not kidding. People call me a Snyder bro. I got to really give this director's cut another shot of Rebel Moon because I watched this scene and Ray is like, well, show me the scene. And I'm like, okay, look at this scene. And I don't know. This might be too violent for YouTube. I'll try to release it. It might get restricted. But this looked, I'll turn the volume down a little bit, but I was like, wow, I don't remember this. And I started watching the director's cut, but I didn't finish. So I really got to go back to this. Look at this. It's really...
so I wasn't sure if I could talk over it, but maybe that's helpful.
Yeah.
So this is the
turned down
first
volume.
movie, and Cora, the protagonist here, she's the one like murking all the these military dudes. So the military dudes, spoilers, they came to Cora's planet, and they're basically stormtroopers, and Cora is sort of like a transplant onto the Earth because she was seeking refuge on the planet because she was seeking refuge. So she saw that people on the in the village were getting assaulted while she was trying to make an escape. And she was just doing that because she was like, I can't help you fight a war. I'm sorry, but her compassion and love of the village people compelled her to come back when she heard that they needed her help. Cries of fear and being tormented and like being tortured and stuff. So yeah, she's like an A1 soldier as well. Like she's not just like randomly strong or anything. She was she was really like a top tier military person in the same military as these dudes were. So she can predict all their moves and things like that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So like that's some backstory. But anyway, so in regards to like the context of this scene and like how the cinematography and the slow-mo are all just like peak Zach, of course. Like he's just like unhinged as fuck in this in this movie in the best way possible, which is why like I'm like people are sleeping on this series, man. Like I just so the clips like this I feel like keep the conversation going. Like even if it's like some people were potentially turned off by the length or whatever, I'm just like, dude, these out of context scenes are pretty much like what are gonna continue to keep the conversation alive to get people in through the door to watch the movie. So yeah, I'm really stoked on it.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I got to the scene in the director's cut. I just started to I watched the first two, the regular releases, and then I started the director's cut. I was like, all right, and I really need to go back and watch it because it really hits different with the violence, and the action really feels different, man.
Yeah, there's this scene, it did exist in the original, but it is definitely extended and more just like balls to the wall for sure. So yeah, Cora is, I wouldn't even say Cora's OP. Like she's legitimately like these skills are, she's not infallible, she is like, a flawed, person for sure, and her skills like, do have some like roughness and scrappiness to it because she's operating off of desperation a lot of times. But yeah, like I love it because it just captures that raw essence of what the action choreography and cinematography and just character placement and things like that really make Zach's art just like such a visionary like sort of like motion graphic novel for a lot of folks to just really chomp into. Like every scene is could be a still from a graphic novel.
Yeah, and I hope eventually, I don't know Netflix's deal, but I hope eventually this gets a physical release. There's probably bootlegs out there. I might just get a bootleg for now.
Make a VHS.
Oh no, I can do that. I know how to do that. But yeah, I really got excited for. I'm like, I want to go watch this right now. I was like, wow, I'm really sleeping on it. I think people might be sleeping on it. Go check out the director's cut. I know there was all that. Oh, should they even have done it? But yeah, I definitely want to check that out again. So thanks, Rhea. You sold it to me too. I'm gonna give Rebel Moon another shot. Not that I hated it. I didn't hate it. I just was like, okay, you know, I didn't like some of the villains, but man, is that action good.
I think it's you know, we're at a point where we can, you know, kind of revisit it. So
Yeah,
I'm glad. I like it, like with all, like, you know, Zach's films, like, you know, over time, like, you know, the conversation gets richer and, you know, they kind of age well with you know, the times, you know. So I'm glad that you're going to give it another chance, and I hope other folks do who, you know, just watched it with us.
sure. And I know you're pretty consistent. You say that's really good. It's really good. I'm like, okay, all right. So go listen to Rhea's recommendation in mine and go check out Rebel Moon again. It's there. It's there if you have Netflix. All
Woo!
right. See you next time.